Hey everybody, it is time for November's Q&A answers. Questions come from my wonderful patrons. If you'd like to ask a question for next month, join my Patreon. It's only $1 a month and it helps support this channel. And for the people going up the screen, huge thanks to you. Reno is here and now we're going to get on. We have 35 questions and I've asked for silly questions and I do not know what any of these are. I may have seen a couple, but I haven't seen most of them. So it's completely fresh on me.
So the first question is from Ben Llewellyn. Who says, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your favourite colour of the alphabet?
Sprouts.
Jordan Beale asks, if you get white and black pepper, then why is white pepper black as well?
Oh, well, white and black pepper, I think the inside of a peppercorn is white and the outside is black, and black pepper's on the outside and white pepper's on the inside. If you get true white pepper, it is white, and if you get black pepper, it's black. If you get cracked black pepper, then it can be black and white. I think.
Timmy1987 says, hi guys, I hope you're having a splendid day. My most awesome question is as follows. When I'm riding up a hill and into a cloud, does it get cloudy or foggy? If I'm riding into fog, am I actually riding into a very low cloud? So therefore it would be cloudy, not foggy.
I think so, because I think that's all the cloud and fog is well, it's just a lot of moisture in the air. So technically I suppose fog is the same as what's in a cloud. But can fog ever rain? I've never seen fog suddenly turn to rain.
Yeah, but when it hits you, it's wet, isn't it?
Mm. So yes, it's getting cloudy, not foggy. Put your cloud lights on.
Cloud lights on. Andrew Spears says, if you ride in a circle, do you see yourself coming or going?
Or going. If you're going really fast and you can see behind you.
Valkorian says, the Yeti, real or crazy people in a suit?
Crazy people in a suit. To have an animal around, you need a population of them, and nothing can hide that well. Not when it's that big. No chance.
And if there's only one of them, how can it breed? It will just die.
Joe Rogan has got some very funny stuff about this. When he went out to meet people that were like, I know what Bigfoot is. I once heard this frog, and it kind of sounded like a frog, but then later on I realised that was Bigfoot impersonating a frog. They're just nuts.
Burton30 says, if you had to marry a celebrity, who would it be and reasons to why?
I'd have to make Reno famous and then I can marry her.
Oh.
She already is famous.
Technically-ish, not really. I need more subscribers.
So do I. I need to get 100k.
Imagine if I got to 100k before you.
Don't. That's the sort of thing that would happen to me. People do it just to spite me.
I'm not going to spite you.
No, they might.
Luke Francis says, what is the best type of cheese? Second question. Is cereal soup?
No, cereal is not soup. Because soups are cooked and cereal's not cooked. Otherwise, it could be, oh, hang on a minute, what about gazpacho soup? So, no, I don't think it is soup. The best type of cheese is just a good, strong, mature cheddar. Tasty cheddars.
And he also said, there was a third question.
A third one?
What would be the worst buy one, get one free sale of all time?
Coffins, you only need one. It's true. Unless you're really fat and they like stick two together like that. Like.
Oh my god. Jonathan Luckin says, if you could replace all of the grass in the world with something else, what would it be and why?
Shag pile carpets. Like in my granddad's old house. He had carpets that were literally this thick and they were so warm and squidgy. And you could just put your feet on them. It was super warm.
But then it would get loads of crumbs in there, lots of dirt in there.
Yeah, you just clean it.
Wouldn't it be hard?
And if you went near it, it would be covered in crumbs.
Hey. No.
Karamis.
No. Rafe Bartholomew says, what is your name? What is your quest? What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? Unladen swallow.
African or European? Next. These things have all been done about 50 times over the course of my... I don't know whether I should be looking at the camera or looking at you. I should be looking at the camera.
You should be looking at me all time, every time, all day, every day.
They're probably just listening. They're probably just listening in anyway. So he's looking at you. You won't want me to look at him anymore.
Oh my god. Sinshiro917 says, do you suffer with winter depression, lack of sunlight, and if so, how do you keep up your mood and motivation?
I do, to a point, get problems with seasonally affected disorder just because it's grey, and I just love when there's colours. I don't care about sort of being wet and cold and all that sort of stuff. Just the greyness gets depressing. But I would have said that's not what causes me most of my anxiety or stress or anything like that. It's this time of year is a difficult time of year because, you know, things on YouTube are being turned down a bit because everyone's spending their advertising money. It's already gone, so the money from YouTube and stuff drops, which is where my patrons really help out. And of course you've got Christmas, which is very expensive, and I've got a few bills that always come out this time of year at the exact same time because I was dumb to start them this time of year. So that's why it gets more stressful. But doing the boat work and the help of you guys on Patreon, and my channel's doing okay, I'm feeling quite chipper about this year's Christmas. No, Christmas doesn't exist yet because my birthday's on the 10th of December. Christmas doesn't exist till the 11th. And how I actually keep my sort of motivation up is I'm a workaholic, and if I'm compulsively work, I can't stop. Even today I've been trying to not do anything, and I'm like, oh, I'll just go and do that. I'm like, no, stop it, what's wrong with you?
Rick Drake says, been wondering for a while, so how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
A whole bushel.
And James the Naked Snake said, Reno is knackered reading this one out unless she does it very slowly.
She did it fine.
But luckily I already know that one very well. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I've practiced it many times. And then you'd say a woodchuck would chuck as much as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. So there you go. I'm good at these.
Backfired on you.
Ha ha. What are we?
Not human. Moving on.
Mark Lally says, would you rather have 1 elephant-sized rat or 100 rat-sized elephants?
Haven't we done this?
Yeah, James the Naked Snake said, I'm sure he did this one about 3 months back.
I don't want a giant rat, I'd like the little elephants.
Mini elephants.
Ah.
Martin Lyles says, what is the most obscure fact you know, and what's the best joke you know?
The best jokes I know I can't say on YouTube. You know it's true, all the best stuff can't be said on YouTube. I'm not really I don't really find jokes funny, like, you know, the whole, like, just jokes. I prefer, if I'm watching stand-up, more sort of an evolving story. They're the ones that make me laugh the most, so I can't really give an answer to that one. But what was the other one?
Oh, what is the most obscure fact you know?
What's the most obscure fact I know? And for my most obscure fact, earwigs have 2 penises, and if they snap one off, the other one comes out and takes over.
Whoa.
Which means people played with an earwig under a microscope.
And snapped it off. Jeez. Martin Lyles also says, if you have time to answer this one too, it would be great. If poison passes its expiration date, is it more poisonous or less?
Depends what it is, I would say. If it's a drug base poison, then it won't work because the molecule changes and stuff might have broken down, it might not do its thing. Whereas if it's a toxin, it might become more concentrated.
Guano Man says, in the argument of flat earthers versus normal people who aren't stupid/insane, who would murderize me more for suggesting it's a cube?
It's not a cube. It is very clearly a donut shape. It's a giant donut. I'll have no other words said about it. So me, if you want to say it's a cube, I'm most likely. It's a donut.
Spondig D says, hi Spicy, hope you, Reno and the cats are all well. What has happened to your nuts? I reckon Reno has them safe and warm for winter.
Honestly, not a clue. The last video on the Spicy Hunt playlist is where they last were. I've not heard anything since from anyone. I don't know if they're still there or if someone else has picked them up or if they've been nicked or whatever. It had a great run so far, and I'm just waiting to hear. If I hear, I hear. If I don't, I don't. I'm not going to go around chasing.
Gummy Bear says, money no issue, what pet would you have if you had the training to care for it?
I only like pets which are free to do what they want. So money no object, I'd probably have like I'd like a couple of Bengal cats. Mia is like half Bengal, but I would like a proper Bengal that chirps. I like the chirpy noises they make.
Chirpy chirp. James the Naked Snake says, shag, marry, kill, Theresa May, Anne Robinson, or Mary Berry. He's got a few questions. That's the first one.
That's suicide. I'm not even gonna. I'm not. No.
He also asks, who would win in a fight, Chuck Norris or Derek and / or Divvy?
Well, Chuck, I'm sorry. It's just, if I said anything other than Chuck Norris on the internet, I think people would punch me with their chin beards. No, not chin beards. They're beard fists. Did you?
Chin beards. He also asks, a project you would love to tackle with a living celebrity of your choice.
A project?
Yeah. Any project with any celebrity, I guess.
I'm just going to give an answer along the lines of how long can a human live without air? And then pick one of many people.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
But again, I'm not going to point out any one person, so I'd like to do anything mean to them.
Another question is arse or titties?
Arse or titties? Titties. Why you do... this is something I've never understood, you know. They would say, oh, you arse or you tits. You can be both. Women have both.
We do, in fact, have both. Different sizes.
Generally, unless someone had their arse whopped off. in a whop chopper accident.
It's very difficult for me not to laugh. And the last question is, one or both of you, and Reno, what's your favourite snack to binge on?
I don't really binge on anything.
No. I'm normally the one that
I suppose if anything, it'd be...
the meat. The biltong.
Biltong.
Very tasty.
Or cashew nut. Not cashews. It's,
pistachios. Anthony says, hi Mr. Spicy, what would you rather have for a pet? A goat or a pig or a cow?
Cow. Cow.
Friendly cow. Ben Lulu.
Okay.
It's because it's I think it's Welsh, and I think the Lin's actually like a... Ben Llewellyn says, if you're going down a river at 2 miles per hour and your canoe loses a wheel, how much pancake mix would you need to retile a roof?
German cobblers.
Richard Groves says, why isn't 11 pronounced 21?
I know. When I did read that one, I saw that question, and I was like, he's got a good point. Why isn't it 1-1? 1-2? 1-3?
Why is it not 10-1?
We're going to get onto the whole thing of the French number system.
And Japanese is like that too.
Like 10 and 1 and 4. Now we have to do maths in the middle of it! If you've seen that video, it's funny.
Jordan Beale says, what does Spicy and Reno want from Santa this year? A new rubber duck, maybe... Oh. And then it ends, so they missed it. Maybe.
I don't know. We haven't got a clue. Reno's asking me what I want for my birthday and for Christmas. I don't have a clue. My mum was asking me what she should get for Reno for Christmas, and I'm like, I don't know.
Jordan Beale also says, why is fly paper not made out of flies?
Who said it isn't?
Oh.
Have you tried licking it?
Ooh.
Tastes like flies.
Ooh. Phil Daniels says, have you ever had an accident involving a shotgun, a chainsaw, sulfuric acid, and a lift shaft?
And that sounds like a great... Not altogether, no. I've never had an accident with a shotgun, other than I have been technically shot with a shotgun.
Have you?
Yeah. They were shooting pigeons, and I kept hearing like around me, and it was the bird shot hitting the ground, and then a whole little cloud of it hit me.
Oh my god. Whoa.
Coming down, so it didn't, it isn't going to do anything to you. But so technically, a pellet from a shotgun has gone in the air, come down and hit me.
Oh dear.
I haven't had any accidents with sulfuric acid. I have shot myself in the foot with an air pistol with a dart in it, but it kind of missed my toes. I have boot shoes on. But I'm generally good. I've always been brought up around guns and using guns and stuff, so no, I tend not to do the stupid things that people do with them that gets them hurt.
Ewan Chapman says, how did Lexmoto get such a little power out of the 250cc engine in their new Vendetta bike?
Vendetta!
Confetti.
You won't get that.
16.8 horsepower. Should it even exist?
Well, yeah, it should exist. It is a good question, and it is a question that I've spoken to them about. And the thing is, I've got the bike coming day after tomorrow, so I'll reserve my judgment until I've used it. But I have said that, it would be nice if it had a bit more than that, because people kind of complained about the Suzuki 250 only having 24 brake horsepower, and it's like, this has only got 16, it's only just over what a 125 can have. It would be nice if it had more, but this is very early days for Chinese bikes in the UK above 125s. Yes, they've done 250s before, they didn't work. But then remember that the 380 that's coming out, oh my god, am I supposed to know what power output that has? And at the end of the day, if you don't want one, don't buy one. If they don't sell, they won't make them, and they might make the improvements. So it's good that it's here. I'll let you know. And as I say, the 380, when it eventually appears, might have a little bit more pep. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say what sort of figures that might be producing. So...
Adam Weeks asks quite a lot of questions. Would you rather be covered in fur or covered in scales?
Fur. It's warm.
Why is your favourite non-alcoholic and non-fizzy drink? I think it's supposed to be what is your favourite?
Water. Orange juice.
Why do cats purr?
They're sending signals back to the motherland.
If you could eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Lasagna.
Would you rather have a 1 horsepower motorcycle or a 100 horsepower unicycle?
100 horsepower unicycle. I would then get a slave wheel. I build it into a frame, and you could use it for launching things. Footballs, large fruits, annoying people.
He also says, do I ask enough questions?
Yes.
What is best, fire or water?
Water, because without water you'll die, but you won't die without fire. But you'll die in fire.
Yes.
And water will save you.
Yes. And kill you if there's too much of it.
Just use your gills.
Benjamin Slade says, let's say you were going to time travel back to the 13th century England, and you could take a bike with you, any bike in the world. Considering what the road conditions were like back then, which bike would you take? Derek?
Derek.
Or maybe a more powerful supermoto, or would you take more of an off-road tourer? Let's also say you can travel back to current times whenever you wanted, so things like fuel and maintenance are not an issue.
Derek.
More of a weekend break.
Derek. As I've said, if you had a bike you wanted to ride for the apocalypse, it would be Derek. It's fast enough. It's good enough. And to suggest there's something out there with more beef. Power doesn't matter. It's all about the beef.
The beef. Alan Waters says, if animals could talk, which would be the rudest? My money is on giraffes.
Chimps. Filthy chimps. Chimpanzees don't like them, really don't. Probably because they're just like us. And people are like, whoa, what's against the chimpanzees? Watch some videos of them ripping other monkeys apart while they're still alive. Then tell me about it.
Mayfesto, we always get your name wrong, sorry, says, if you had to vinyl wrap one of your bikes in a cheese motive, which cheese would you pick?
Wouldn't it just be yellow? How would you know what cheese it was?
Some cheeses are slightly different coloured, aren't they? Like smoked cheese. Like
How about Baby Bell, and we'll try and get Baby Bell coloured tyres.
Baby Bell wheels. And every time you ride it goes, ba ba.
And you can fire Baby Bells out the exhaust. You probably don't remember, a long time ago I suggested that a load of us meet up in a field somewhere or in a park and have a Baby Bell war where we just basically lob Baby Bells at each other and then eat them. But it never happened.
It seems dangerous.
No, because you wear full bike gear, helmets, and just lob Baby Bells at each other. Imagine the sound of a Baby Bell pinging off your lid.
sound of a... Carl the Gardener says, how do you spell rhododendron?
I don't know. I know it's a very weird word. Being dyslexic, I just use spell check. Voice to text. Text to voice. No, voice to text.
So this is the last question. Andrew Honey says, what would be your first thought if your cat stood up on its back legs, walked off saying, see ya, I'll be back in a bit?
Why weren't you talking before? Can you please do as you're told? Because I now know you definitely know what I'm telling you to do. Why are you such an arrogant little shit?
Are you an alien spaceship?
Yeah, I think, or alien spaceships. I'm going to give the people that got this far in the video a sneaky peek. Not that it's that sneaky because I posted a picture of this on social media, but... New helmet! This will be my new helmet for the foreseeable future. Look at it, it's so pretty! It's an Icon Variant Pro, and I'm going to be doing a comparison between this and the old one so you know what the differences are. And I'm also going to be doing a review, and I'm also going to do a setup video of how I'm going to put my camera equipment on this, which I know a lot of people ask about. But yeah, I love this helmet. And for people who don't know, I have a tattoo in the same design. Yeah, very old tattoo. So obviously, I love this Hader style. It's very nice. Sorry if I was looking at Reno most of the time and it's weird. As I say, I need to somehow move the camera so you're behind it so I can look at you and the camera. But it feels so weird. Imagine talking to someone who's like there talking to you, but you can't look at them. And I'd rather look at her than you.
Oh well.
They're a camera.
True.
I don't see their beautiful faces. Well, thank you very much for watching. That was this month's Q&A from my patrons. If you wonder why these questions are all so random, it's because I specifically said, please give me silly questions. I want something a bit silly. Next month, maybe we'll do something more serious. Maybe I could even do a bike-related one again, like a bike special. I've done that once. But then people just ask me, what's your favourite bike? What bike this? What bike should I get? So,
same questions.
We need to work out to get some more interesting questions. If you have more interesting questions, join my Patreon.
Yes. Bye.
If you enjoyed this video and the other content on the channel, please consider following the links in the description to show your support.